this is my review of Sonic X. Okay, so Dr. Eggman has long since realized that the government is most likely keeping tabs on him, and in this episode decides to do something about it. So he sends a robot, the E90 series Super Sweeper, a giant rocket-shaped bird thing, into the sky to vacuum up all the satellites that are floating around in the stratosphere. Unfortunately, this has the unintended side effect of shutting down all television communications across the entire globe, or at least in the immediate area. So yeah, this causes a bit of a problem, and this is actually what prompts Sonic and his friends to actually act, because Cream and Cheese have their little program that they're watching interrupted in the middle of the attack, and their suspicions are confirmed when a few seconds later Vulcan shows up with a message from Dr. Eggman, who tells everybody that that's exactly what he did. And also points out that if his plan is successful, he may in fact have to retire Vulcan, because, well, I mean, he has a bunch of satellites absorbed into his E90, so he kinda doesn't have to use Vulcan anymore. Although we know that fails because Vulcan's still around episodes later. So yeah, but in any case, Sonic and Tails decide to get into the tornado and go actually deal some damage to the E90. And while they are successful at first, once E90 proves to be too fast for them to keep up, they're forced to retreat and come up with a different strategy. Eventually, it's Sonic who figures out that they need to find a way to make the tornado faster, and Tails proposes the idea that they use a second engine to harness power from the Chaos Emeralds that they have, so that the tornado can become faster and be able to keep up with E90. And while Chuck is immediately dismissive of the idea that they could actually pull it off, after seeing how willing Tails is to actually upgrade the Tornado 2 to make it faster, he shows him to a secret lab, which happens to be hidden underneath the garage. So Tails spends however long he's been under there working on the new Tornado plane, and eventually he does indeed unveil it, the Tornado X, a white plane that vaguely resembles the original. So with the new Tornado X fully complete and ready for takeoff, they go back into space to deal with Eggman, who has long since used the satellites to start projecting his own TV shows onto the network. So yeah, clearly this guy needs to be taken down quickly. So now with the E90 and the Tornado X a fair match, Sonic is actually able to land a couple of dents in the robot, but unfortunately he freezes to the back of the Tornado X when the E90 flees deeper into outer space, and they're unable to actually keep up, because at this point the plane starts icing over. Eventually, Tails actually gets an idea to use the ring and a little yellow cable under the seat to channel some of the excess energy from the Chaos Emerald into Sonic, and from there Sonic is able to single-handedly defeat E90. Although, shortly after he admits that it wasn't him who actually beat it, and points out that it was actually Chris and Tails who helped save the day, because they were the ones who came up with the idea to fuel him with excess energy so he could actually take it down. So yeah, overall this episode shows that yes, now they have a new vehicle, which is going to be a recurring vehicle for the series going forward. That's mainly what this episode was. It was just introducing a new vehicle for Sonic and his friends to travel around in. And it's going to be very interesting seeing how this is going to play out as a vehicle. I mean, we've seen a little bit of what it can do. We know it's fast, but we still don't know all of its capabilities. We don't know fully what Tails is integrated into it, and we still don't know how fast it actually is. But in any case, I'm assuming eventually we're going to find out exactly what it is. But yeah, it does also confirm that the government has been keeping a close eye on Dr. Eggman, and he knows it. So he is aware that the government is keeping tabs on him, and is most likely going to take further measures going forward to keep the government out of his hair, or lack thereof. But in any case, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, and you liked it, and I want to know what you guys think, let's get a discussion going in the comment section down below. or over on my Discord server, link in the description. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and on Twitter in the description below. And also check out my Patreon in the description below as well. It's only a couple bucks a month. It really helps me out, and you guys get access to bunch of cool perks that are my way of saying thanks, so be sure to check those out in the description below as well. But in any case, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!